Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Cross and I'm here with Dixie Andelin Forsyth for a feminine moment. And we are taking your questions from the Fascinating Womanhood closed Facebook group. So Dixie, I'll go ahead and read the first question, okay?
Okay, great.
Here it is. The lady says, I would like to hear your opinion about the blessing of being a stay-at-home wife and mom. It's very upsetting that stay-at-home moms get disrespected by working moms because they think we are lazy for staying home. Also, I would want your opinion on work-at-home moms. So, great question.
Yeah, it's a really good question. First of all, stay-at-home moms. I was fortunate to be able to stay at home and raise my 7 children. And if you go right to the foundation of families, it is a lot of work. Anyone who is a mother knows it is a lot of work to raise a child. Whether they're an infant and you're getting up in the night all the time, they get sick, they cry and all these things, they have issues, and then they get into their preteens where they start to be more emotional, they don't know who they are. They need, if possible, a mother who is there. It is hard. It is the hardest job in the world to raise children, in my opinion, because it's 24/7. So if you have to work outside the home, many women do, they kind of just have to do it all. And I'm very sympathetic with that issue with women when they have that. But if you can stay at home, and as far as being lazy, it's possible for a mother to be lazy and sit around eating chocolates and watching soap operas all day. But most of us don't do that. It is hard. In fact, here's a little secret.
Ooh, I like it.
Here's a little secret that I discovered. Women mostly, now we're not talking 100% always, who are critical of women who stay at home, are actually a little threatened by it sometimes even jealous, because human nature is to want to take the easiest route. If there is something that's easier, we usually do it. It's human nature. So to say I'm going out and having a career because it's harder than staying home, I don't buy it. It's just not true. In fact, I have daughters who've said, because some of my daughters have not been able to be stay-at-home moms all the time, they'll say it's way easier to get dressed and go out and
so easy
have
to
a job. And in fact, one of my daughters now has a job where she says she's constantly like looking at her watch. There's not enough for her to do. So talking about lazy, she's not lazy at all, but they're not giving her enough when she's, the job she had before kept her constantly moving all the time. But this job, so all jobs are not the same. Lazy? I don't think so. There is nothing harder than being a mother, especially stay at home. And if you don't get to be one, you will know that you have to do it all. And thank feminism for that, because they have given us this extra pile that is expected of us.
Yeah.
Now, as far as being a stay-at-home mom and having a work-from-home job, if you can manage that, great. I mean, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with women earning money. There's many ways to do. You can be a Fascinating Womanhood teacher.
Yes.
You can be a stay-at-home mom, and you can be helping people at the same time. And there is nothing. It's not like women who make money are unfeminine. That's too black and white. It's not true. And sometimes we must. And women can rise to the occasion when we need to. And you can have, if you're lucky enough to have a business where you can stay at home and do things, great.
Yeah.
Some women misunderstand my mother's book, because there weren't many cottage industries in those days where women stayed home and did things. It just
well, that's why you rewrote it.
It's why I edited some people have said, "Oh, why did you edit it?" Because my mother knew it needed to be edited because times have changed.
This fits 21st century living.
Yeah, when
it's on the website.
Right, and it's I think it's going to be available today, or maybe
ebook.
In ebook, so people overseas can get it easily, and it's inexpensive and all that. But that's why she wanted me to do this, because there were things like in the late 50s and early 60s when she wrote this, cottage industry is about all a woman could do is take in laundry, take in sewing. And you could have a beauty
Babysitting.
shop. You could have a beauty shop in your home. There were things you
Mhm.
could do, but there's internet stuff now. It's completely different.
Yeah.
And so women can do stay-at-home cottage industries if they can. I mean, if you have triplets at home, it might be kind of hard,
Yes.
but it's just up to you in your own situation.
Well, thank you, Dixie. Why don't we answer another one while we're still
Okay.
on here?
Okay.
All righty. Hang on a second. Here's a question. I think my question, she's about affection here. She likes hugs and kisses. Obviously, women need more affection than men, maybe.
Well, I don't know
Maybe.
about some.
I don't
Depends on
know.
the man. Yeah.
She's
Men don't always, when their guard is up, their wall is up, they might kind of push you away. But if most men like affection, if their trust is there. So anyway, back
That
to
is so true. I think my husband and I have kissed each other about 6 times already in the last few hours. So it really helped. What Cindy is saying, this is Cindy's question, is that she would like that more from her husband, but he is not affectionate in that way to her. How can she nurture that? How can she?
well, every relationship is a little bit different. People are not identical.
Mhm.
But if it were me, I would say, I need a hug so bad
Mm.
right now. You can ask for it. I need this. Is there, you can also give affection. You get as many hugs as you give, kind of a thing. And you can also go up behind him. I do this to Bob sometimes when he's working, and I'll kiss him on the back of the neck or
Yeah.
something, and I'll just move on. And things like that. If you want him to be spontaneous with you, that's something that you kind of have to work towards. And as men's guards go down, some men aren't raised with much of it. And
True.
so you have to. That's also part of accepting a man at face value. But you also have needs. So Fascinating Womanhood can nurture this in him. You can ask for hugs. You can kind of a feminine way, kind of hold his hand, things like that. I mean, you're married to this person. It's not like you're being forward. You know what I mean?
Good point.
I mean,
And
this is
also,
somebody who actually asked you to marry him. So
yeah, and what you just said in the beginning too is when we live the principles of Fascinating Womanhood, both angelic and human, it inspires that, and I just love how quickly that works for in my situation, and maybe not everybody.
Maybe not for everyone.
Right.
If her husband is from a family where they're not particularly physically demonstrative, it
Yeah.
might need to be nurtured, and which requires patience and time. But she can, in the meantime, say, I need a hug so bad. Do you have one for me? Or something like that.
I love that.
You can do that, and gradually you can have more of that, snuggling to him on the sofa, or when you're watching the show or something like that.
That's awesome. Those are our 2 questions for today. And we will be back. Please, everybody watching, like, comment, and share. We are all about the pro-feminine movement here at Fascinating Womanhood. And also, please go to the website to purchase the book. Are hard copies still available, Dixie?
I think there might be a few. We've got another printing that's about to be ordered, so that will be coming, but it's coming from China, so it takes 2 months. So in the meantime, we'll have the ebook. We do have a few more of those hardbacks.
Okay.
Again, they're only in hardback and ebook right now, no paperback at the moment. But we're having them printed in China so that we can offer them at paperback prices.
Yes. Well, and we will let everybody know as soon as it's on ebook, so you can download it. Well, thanks again, Dixie. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.